Hello, everyone, and I messed it up, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 171 of At
Damn.
Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
I'm the Executioner, Daniel Trevor.
Why are you saying Ron Simmons' catchphrase to 171? You're the one who told me it was 171.
Right, anyway, moving on.
Anyways, I am Matthew Smith, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. Let's run through the topics and then hop into them.
Number 1.
Numero uno is WWE Evolve.
Number 2.
Spoiler alert for topic number 3. We are covering the negative backlash to Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Number 3.
Number 3
Result, though.
is the actual Royal Rumble result. But for now,
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off this week, if that's alright.
Cool, go ahead.
So WWE Evolve, we don't know much about it, for being honest.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's like, I think it's like a wrestling, it's wrestling where, I think it's like a developmental, like, think like below. I think it's like the best way I could describe it is like think like NXT is like
developmental.
Yes, I was gonna say think like like the minor leagues below that.
Yeah. Because the logo of it, which we've seen online, is essentially
The Evolve logo.
Evolve logo with a WWE logo in it.
Because we were all wondering like, hey, WWE purchased Evolve, like there was no information, nothing.
Yeah, and
Like,
they had like one show of Evolve on like Peacock or something, and they never mentioned it again.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm wondering, like, because like you would think, oh, WWE is doing another wrestling show, is you would think that they would want to use all the championships that Evolve had.
Well, I feel like WWE doesn't want to fall into the trap that AEW does and have too many titles.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That would be kind of like, yeah, no, we're not gonna have any titles, even though we probably could.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's interesting to like. I'm curious of like how is it gonna work, because like, what if someone like what if like there's some talent in the Evolve show that does really well and they get an NXT contract, but nobody's ever heard of said talent. What you gonna do?
Good point.
Because like, if I'm like a huge star on this Evolve show, and I go to NXT and no one's ever heard of me, you're gonna have to start all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I know WWE has this LFG show, which again, like, WWE is just making a lot of wrestling products these days.
Well, WWE, you have to admit, its roster, though not as crowded as their competitions, is still there, and they need other shows to showcase this talent. In fact, I think AEW could take a lesson from WWE and make more shows so they could showcase more talent. But Tony Khan doesn't know how to run a wrestling promotion.
Nope. But my honest thought is, what are your thoughts on this? On AEW
My thoughts
Evolve?
are, I'm gonna test the water. Like, I'm gonna check out the first few episodes to see if I like the show. And if I do, then I'll keep watching it. If I don't, then I won't watch it. Simple as that.
That's fair. But like, my big question for this show is, let's say, you have people that don't like it, people that do like it. How are, like, what are you gonna do about those wrestlers if nobody, if people, for the people that don't watch the show? They
I
don't know the
mean,
talent from said show.
that is fair. Like, what are we gonna do? And like, what is the roster gonna look like? Is it just gonna be the Evolve roster?
It's gonna be like Revolve roster competing for like a shot at
Is it gonna be a contract or something?
yeah, like a tournament, a gauntlet match, and I will say if you're gonna do something for a spot is like don't have it like make it so where we can't tell like make it more predictable than the main roster product or the NXT product. Make
You
me go
think?
like hey, you have like this like if it's a tournament, make me willing to give a crap about these talents. Because I don't care. I mean, look, if they're a bad guy, that's what I want. I want them, if they're a good guy, I want for me to care. If they're a bad guy and I hate their guts, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
And don't just have everybody be baby faces, because otherwise that's just going to get generic as hell.
Yeah, like they have to have some heels on the show.
Yeah, yes, you gotta have some heels, you gotta have some baby faces. You need to have a good mix of talent. Like, you gotta make me care about both the male or female talent.
Yeah. And with that said, I suggest we go into final thoughts.
Okay, 'cause I just heard the towel, right? You go first.
My thoughts are I'm intrigued by the show. I'm just changing the tone. There we go. But I am also at the same time skeptical. But that's why I'm testing it out to see if I like it or not.
Yeah,
And who
well,
knows, I could lose interest in it at some point.
yeah, 'cause my final thoughts for this WWE Evolve is if I like you, I'm gonna willing give it a shot, but if I don't like it, cool. But even if you have like talent from that show that don't really like fall out or whatever, that you need to make it for the people that watch the show to care about the talent in general.
Yeah, and keep being invested in the town.
Yeah, we'll be back with topic 2.
With topic number 2.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to topic number 2. Today, right now, we are talking about the backlash of the Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
We
alert.
will be covering the Rumble before the predictions today.
Yeah, my honest like, cause I've heard people saying like John Cena should have won, or like, oh, CM Punk should have won, which I'm just like, I kind of feel bad for Punk, cause it's like, dude, I keep batching WWE to main event WrestleMania. I can't even do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there are some people saying Roman should have won, but people, let's be real for a second. If Roman had won the Rumble, he would have main evented WrestleMania for the 4th year in a row. Do you
And
really
also,
want that?
it would have been the 10th main event of his career.
More importantly, is the back to back to back to back.
Yeah, my honest thoughts on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble is, and I get that WWE fans are just a bunch of whiny complainers, trolls,
Mhm.
but that's the PG way of putting it. Mark, yes, but before you share your thoughts, this is like, I'm glad that, it's someone new, but was I honestly, expecting Jey Uso to win the Rumble? No.
Heck no.
With that Royal Rumble cast? No. But my last thought is, if Jey Uso is going to win the world title, all you need to have him do is not pick the title up. Because every time he has challenged, the past 6 times he's doing a challenge for a world title, he picked it up. And what happens after he picks it up? He loses. It's like, First, don't pick up the
Yeah.
title. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are we were legitimately surprised
Yeah, because I'm
when
gonna,
Jey Uso eliminated John Cena, of all people.
yeah, because I was like, I know we were talking. I was like, my actual reaction was this: what? Yeah, because I'm like, okay, you would think, like, I'm dead serious with what I'm about to say. You would think with John Cena having this be John Cena's final year as an active superstar ever, that John Cena would win the Rumble. Jey Uso wasn't
I
really the
don't,
kind.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't remember the last time I was shocked like you were. I
yeah.
legitimately don't.
That
It
John
might have been
Cena.
when Roman got pinned by Jay, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, like, my honest, genuine question here is like, why does WWE keep giving this main event Jey Uso? What, all because like he's over with the merchandise? I'm like, the guy's like, and this is just an honest thing here. Like, the dude's already challenged for both world titles 3 times.
Yeah, and like my biological brother messaged me and said that he's getting tired of the tribal stuff, and I thought about it. I'm like, well, Jay's not really a part of the bloodline at this point. He's trying to off on Raw doing his own thing, but like when you think about it, even if he's not a part of the bloodline story, this is still huge because he's finally getting like a big singles push. Like you
Again,
can't say he's not the main event anymore because he will be the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania.
maybe provided Roman Reigns doesn't have a big match with CM Punk or Seth Rollins or both.
I mean, to be fair, one of the matches in 2K25 Showcase is Rollins versus Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
who knows? Like this is like Jay winning the Rumble. I feel like the best way I can summarize it is anything can happen in the WWE.
yeah, like the only other time I was shocked when CM Punk returned, like real like because my honest thought is, was I expecting Jey Uso to win? No, Jey Uso
Absolutely
went.
not.
Jey Uso. If I if I said publicly right now, okay, who would I want to win the Royal Rumble? Either Roman, because it would be kind of interesting because of his whole redemption arc that he's kind of on, or Cena, or
Yeah.
Punk. Those would have been the 3 people I would have picked. That man
Yeah,
event
and
is,
I think they're still gonna have Cena in like a high profile match in Mania. Personally, I would like it to be against Randy Orton so they finally have a one-on-one at WrestleMania. Anyway, since you kicked this off, I'll let you do the final thoughts first again,
well,
I
man.
guess. I don't know.
My final thoughts, my no hold bar thoughts is Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I will admit is a genuine surprise. And I'm look, as a wrestling fan, I'm glad I got genuinely surprised, but it's just I'm just worried that we might do that same, might continue that same trope of Jey Uso challenging for a title just for him to fall flat again.
Yeah, that is
Otherwise,
something I will admit I'm worried about.
otherwise you can't really call him main eventer. You just call him main loser.
Main event loser.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's honestly my thoughts. Like, if Jey Uso wins the world title, great. But like, keep in mind, the last time he was a singles champion, he only held the title for a couple weeks. So not really that
And then
like,
drafted to the guy he won it from.
Yeah, so like that's kind of like I'm not really I'm excited, but I'm also kind of really worried. That's my thought. You.
Yeah, my thoughts are I was shocked and I'm very intrigued to see how this goes because, correct me if I'm wrong, Travis, but sorry, excuse me. Didn't Jay say he's gonna be on SmackDown this Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll have to see where that goes. And we are back with the third and final topic, the Royal Rumble results, where remember the loser has to watch a bad
Bad thing.
live action remake of the winner's choice. So you
Yeah.
know that hypothetical scenario that we said last week could very well happen?
Yeah.
Well, it happened. So I'm going to go through the results so people know what we mean.
Yeah.
The first match we predicted was the tag team title match, the Motor City Machine Guns, in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Dean.
Yes. And match was good.
Yeah,
Man.
match was great.
Yeah, match was great. Ending was ending like
Yeah.
the ending about that kind of honestly made no sense. Like the Street Profits attacking after and then beat up everybody after the match was kind of just like, huh?
It's probably a heel turn or something.
Yeah, but that's honestly my thought. I thought the match was it wasn't the best match of the night, but it was a really entertaining match.
Yeah.
What's next?
The next match of the night is one that the next match we predicted is one that you told me is your opinion for match of the night. The WWE Undisputed Universal Championship ladder match between the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the prize fighter Kevin Owens.
My honest thought is fun.
And by the way, by the way, I didn't tell you this before the podcast. I saw on Ringside News that Cody has provided a medical update on him. He's been bedridden for 2 weeks, but feels great apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure. I doubt that. Like
You're right. He said he feels good. He didn't say great.
my thoughts was, did it really make the ladder?
Says the guy who always says the guy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, no. To clarify what I mean is that match was so brutal. I didn't even think it. I thought it should have been like a different one, but damn, your thoughts on that match?
To be honest, I didn't really pay attention to it. Probably gonna find it on YouTube later. But from what I've heard about it, it was like a lot of destruction.
Yeah, like for example, I thought, and you can find this spot on YouTube. Kevin Owens did that fisherman buster thing he does for the fisherman buster suplex from the top rope on a ladder.
Yeah. Oh.
In that match.
Man, I'm starting to think maybe they should have made it a last man standing or something.
Or like Kevin Owens power bomb.
That would probably would have been safer for them, to be honest.
Kevin Owens power bombed him on the ladder that was bridged on like the bottom rope. Like they you use like the bottom half of the ladder to beat the shit out of each other with. It was like,
so they tried to kill each other pretty much.
Kevin Owens even got busted open during that match.
Yay.
And the match ended with an Alabama slam from the announce table through a ladder.
But the match actually ended when Cody unhooked the championships, meaning that we are tied going into the match that kicked off the show, the Women's Royal Rumble. I forgot that it started at 6. I thought it started at 7, so I missed like the first 40 minutes of the match. But
I watched it.
Yeah. I had my choices for that match, and I asked Travis if he saw who one of the participants was. He said no, so I'm like, Jay. Anyways, I'm gonna have to censor myself. My choices ended up being the returning Nikki Bella, who has said this is not the last time we've seen the fearless Nikki. So be on the lookout for that. And Trish Stratus. And Travis, I missed both of his entrants, so I think you had like 7 and 10 or something.
Yeah. But the only shocking return, honestly, was the return of Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
that
and I don't know
was
if you
big.
She's gonna be on SmackDown, I guarantee it, because her Nikki doll has a 6 in her left eye.
Hmm.
The White Six might be getting their final member.
Overall, the match was...
Yeah, we neither of us got this one right. Charlotte won. Unsurprisingly, you might I add. I said she was going to win. I just said the wrong number she was entering.
47. Which is
the lucky number for the Royal Rumble.
Perfect. I mean,
Yeah,
like hell.
And also keep in mind, that's the lucky number for the Royal Rumble.
I mean, and also keep in mind...
The number 27 has the most Royal Rumble winners.
And also, like, I just want to say this, like, keep in mind, she literally just came back from a knee injury.
Yeah, and she bedazzled her knee brace, apparently. I saw a backstage video from iShow Speed where he was talking with... They were showing, like, everyone he met at the Rumble, and one of them was Charlotte. She said he had a better woo than her. But anyways, on to the main event.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying the match was alright. The match was solid. Wish there was more surprises, but anyway.
But anyways, going into the final match that we predicted of the 4 matches, we are still tied at 1 apiece.
Yep.
And boys, that would not change.
Yeah.
So, for the men's Royal Rumble, I honestly didn't remember the second number I had, so I had it listed at Jay, but I don't think I had Jay as one of my numbers.
Jay was 20.
But I had the Miz and Jay was 20. I definitely did not have Jay then. So I just put the number 30 entrant, which was Logan Paul. So I
was like, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, when Roman music, but also, I just want to say this. Roman Reigns entry at 16 isn't really the number I'd put him at, honestly. I put that dude at like 20 lower. But yeah, I mean, like, my honest thought, like, when Roman Reigns music played, I was just like, thank it. That Roman's gonna win the Rumble. Yeah, right. Alright, I'll choose tails. Tails. I said tails. Yeah, like go. Heads. Yeah, pieces. Yeah.